As someone who has said that his fundamentals are in a better spot than his skill cap, how might fundamentals over skill cap manifest? Okay, that's a good question. I think if you only ever go for... Okay, how do I word this? Playing for FCs mostly and never really challenging yourself. I think I made a previous video on this analogy, but basically, if you are like studying math and you only ever do practice problems of concepts that you're familiar with, and you just like grind those concepts, like very basic math concepts, you might have a very strong, solid understanding of how to do those things, but you have never really learned anything like actually complex. So while you might have a very comfortable foundation, you like can't climb very high. Basically, your skill cap is not very high. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by how might it manifest in game, but basically, I think the best like concept of a player that has fundamentals over skill cap is that like if a map is within their skill cap, then they'll be able to play it very consistently with very high accuracy. And then if not, like once you reach like 0.1 stars above their comfort level, then they're just going to completely fall apart. That's sort of the extreme understanding of a player that's fundamentals over skill cap. And I think people used to use that description of like hidden hard rock accuracy farmers, where like their rank gain all comes from, what is it? The rank gain all comes from like very high accuracy full combos, which heavily rewards like strong, solid fundamentals, consistency, things like that. And it's not as much about playing very, very hard stuff and getting like 96, 97%, or even like choke PP is very hard. So certain playstyles, and I mean, depending on your playstyle and like what your skill level is at, even if you are fundamentals over skill cap, there's still like types of maps that you can farm. So, and that's more of the consistency type, high accuracy type stuff. But obviously, I think if you really want to start pushing yourself to harder maps, then skill cap pushing obviously is really, really important. And okay, to be fair, if your fundamentals are in a very good spot, then that's actually really good because you can just do skill cap pushing and you shouldn't run into any issues. Because what a lot of people have trouble with is that their fundamentals aren't in a good spot, and so when they do skill cap pushing, then they'll run into a skill wall and they won't know what to do. But if your fundamentals are already in a good spot, then you shouldn't have that problem, as long as you push your skill cap properly and take proper breaks as usual. Breaks are very important. So yeah, that's what I would say. I don't know, hopefully that answers